Hey guys, so if you didn't watch the other video that I posted, don't watch that. Well, if you want to, it's a more of an unscripted version, but I think I know what to say in this video, so I wanted to kind of give you guys a different version of it. Maybe this is more of a smaller, shorter version of it, but if anything, it might be long. But I wanted to make this video to self-reflect about what happened 2 weeks ago and just really look into my creative journey as a photographer and as a filmmaker. So 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, I was in LA and I was invited by Vince. If you're not following him already, it's Vincent Perry Jr. On YouTube, or find him on Instagram. And he found me first through, I believe it was Instagram or YouTube, and he checked out my work and basically saw that I was doing similar things as him. He also has an interest in making travel videos, filming fashion videos, and that's something that I really, I don't know anyone else who does what I do. I'm being honest with y'all. Like, I don't know anyone in my circle or through the internet besides Vince that we love doing similar things, and that's pretty rare, to be honest. And yeah, we've been like chatting it up on Instagram via text, and just talking about photography, fashion films, and just making art and stuff. And I don't have that, with anyone else that lives in the same area with me in San Francisco. And it's virtually talking to people through the power of the internet and connecting with people is such a meaningful thing, to find people who love the things that you do. And sorry, I'm like, my fucking throat is getting raspy right now because it's getting dry, and I've been talking in the last video. But yeah, like it's rare for me to be around someone who does the same thing as me and is in a similar journey as me. And we, he invited me to his cover shoot and planned some things for us in LA, which I truly appreciate. I appreciate that, man. Like, it's been a while for me to really actually do these things. I haven't done it for a while, and to be honest, I feel like I don't have a tribe. I don't have people who would want to pull me in and say, hey, Russell, and come through and take photos or film BTS or make videos and just create. And I haven't done that in such a long time, and that's why this trip was so meaningful to me, and it made me so happy. Like, my heart, like, is fucking racing just doing all this stuff. Like, you're like in this creative high, and just really feeling the whole like trip, the whole experience. And it's just, even before COVID, like, this is, like, I felt like I was falling off. Like, I was falling off this passionate things, but I knew in my heart that I still love, taking photos and making videos. Like I felt like I wasn't really gonna go anywhere with stuff, but now with this trip, it shows that there's still an opportunity. There's still time. Like living this short life, being on this planet, like I really want to, I want to pursue this. I want to pursue, fashion filmmaking and photography, or just being around a set and being around people who love what they're doing. Like I want to be a part of that. And, it might sound like a selfish thing to just do that, but I think, that's where my heart is. All my life, like I've always fallen back to art from my youth. Like it was always an escape for me, from drawing to dancing. It was always an escape for me. And like when you're alone, like art was always the thing that always made me happy. And I'm here in my early 30s, still doing art through the medium of photography and video. And I think that just goes to show, like, that making art is really like my thing, like something that I don't want to give up. Like like a lot of people might grow up and see art as something just for fun, but all the stuff that I've been doing throughout my whole life and through this journey of photography and filming in the last 3-5 years, that like one day this whole like thing that I'm doing will eventually pay off. And yeah, like I know I kind of went sidetracked with this, but that's just kind of what I wanted to say. But yeah, in LA, like I met up with Vince. Like,
what the fuck, man?
It was our first time meeting. It's crazy to finally meet someone, like, and see him in person. You feel like you've known this person for such a long time, which is crazy. This is the power of the internet, and it's like for me that's that it really means so much to me. To be around people like him, to like be comfortable and to just be myself and just do what I love. It's rare for me to be around people who are in the same journey, who are trying to look into take photography and filmmaking into a whole new level. And like I know, like living here in SF, I don't have friends who would take photography and filmmaking to a whole new level. It's more a hobby to them. So there's this saying where, like, if you stick around with people like who do these things, then you're gonna do those things, right? This is more about being creative and having the similar journey as someone else, right? So I have people here in SF who support the work that I do, and I know you guys know who you are. I know you guys watch my videos and support me through the work that I do, and I really appreciate that. But for me, it's rare to be around people who look at photography and filmmaking and seeing that it could have this potential of new opportunities. So that's for me someday that I want to take my work into, which is basically the fashion industry. And that's kind of my main goal right now. Like this whole YouTube thing, it's just secondary. So for me to have this YouTube is to share my journey with you guys and to show you guys that, that it's not too late to pursue what you love. Like I always have this in the back of my mind, like, oh, you're getting old, it's not time to fuck around anymore. And for me, like, we live this short life, and if we don't pursue that, I'm going to regret it. I'm definitely going to regret it. I'm going to live my life miserable that I didn't put in more time. I didn't keep up with the momentum. I didn't do all these things, and that's fucking sad. And I want to, I just want to keep doing it. So yeah, like being around people who really truly support the work that you do and really want to hold you accountable and see you grow and see the love that you put in to the work you do, like that's, this is just what I want to do. Like, even though like me and Vince work regular 9-to-5 jobs, or the other people that we work with, have these regular jobs, that we're putting an investment into what we love and hopefully seeing that pay out someday. And I know, like, when people see this stuff, they're going to say, oh, like, why are you doing it for free? Like, why? It doesn't make any sense. For me, all this stuff is out of love, out of kindness and compassion. Like, this is what I want to do long term. Like, if people see that I'm offering this to others, knowing that even though it is for free, all this is gonna be paid off in the long run with lifelong relationships, friendships with people who are in the same journey as you. And one day, like, the people that you meet, the people who know who you are and know that you're really truly passionate in what you do, they're gonna call you up someday. Like, let's say, hey Russell, hey Vince, hey, like, yo, I have this campaign coming up. I want you to come through and take the video. I want you to come through to take photos. I want you to come through to take behind the scenes. I want you to come through to assist. Like, that means a lot, that one day that they're going to call you up and you're going to get paid to do it. And the thing is, no, like, I know you're going to get paid to do it someday, but it all became because you put in that investment in the first place, right? You put in that investment of, showing that you're really interested, you really love what you do. And that in the long term, like, for those who think that doing it for free is the wrong thing to do, that all that is gonna pay off. You're gonna go somewhere, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen. And that's how I felt being around all these people who have this dream of doing what they want to do. I mean, some of them have already been established, but yeah, like me and Vince, we work regular 9-to-5 jobs, and we're trying to put in this time to do what we love, right? And taking every moment of that and doing it. And we got other friends like Issy. She had a regular 9-to-5 job. She was an EMT, and she wants to start her own magazine and styling stuff, like, and doing something that she's gravitating towards to. And that is fucking crazy, right? We all have a story to tell. Like, some of us went to college, studied something really hardcore, and then ended up not doing it long term. You have someone, Michelle, putting passion to her crafting, like, dresses and the stuff she does, teaching people, which is so, like, impactful for a lot of folks who want to go through that journey of creative freedom and stuff. Like, it's crazy. And being in, like, we're not all in the same, like, pursuing photography or filmmaking, but we're all, like, in that same creative journey. And like, one day, our friends, like Linda, she's, a model, and an independent model, freelancing, and she's worked with big people, and she wants to become a creative director. She can even become a photographer herself. Like, she has all this stuff that she can do. And knowing that she knows people who are real to, you know, like who really, she knows who are really passionate, like knowing that you'd be someday, like they'll call you up and say, hey, you know, come through, like even if it's for free, you know, like I want to be down for things, and I'm gonna be known for things, you know, like I want people to know, like, oh, I know Russell, he lives up in SF, and you know, like I'd recommend him to do your video or photos. Like having that connection, having that network, having that relationship, that friendship with people is gonna pay off. And you know, I'm not talking about money, but just talking about like keeping this momentum of creating and just making art and just keep going. Like that is so meaningful in the long run for me, and that's how I felt just being around these people last 2 weeks ago in LA. Like I never felt so happy of doing this, and knowing that, you know, like I can still keep going, I can still keep taking photos, I can still keep making things, I can still keep filming and doing this, because you know, like I'm taking every chance that I can, you know, I can do this, you know, even have to pay this much amount to be in LA or anywhere else in the world. Like it's all worth it to me, because I know that one day I'm gonna head towards to where I want to be as a photographer and filmmaker. And you know, like, yeah, like I don't know how to kind of, you know, like, yeah, like I really want to keep going, and I hope you guys follow along in this journey. And I, you know, like doing this stuff, you know, living here in SF again, I want to go back. Like I don't have this I don't have this tribe that I'm around with in San Francisco, in the Bay Area. You know, I feel like I'm alone in this journey, and I know how it is being an artist. I know a lot of creative people feel alone in their journey, and you know, it takes time to find the right people to really, you know, sync up with and be in that same level of taking this further. And so that's pretty much what I wanted to say. A lot of good stuff coming from me and Vince, and from the people that we met. And you know, like this whole thing that we did is gonna be long term. It's gonna be crazy, and I'm in it. You know, like I don't care if I'm not the main part of the show, but being part of it is very meaningful to me, to keep doing this, even though if I'm not the main guy who's making the work or whatever. But knowing that I can be a part of something means so much to me. So hopefully in the long run that I continue crafting and making things and creating those relationships and friendships with the right people. So yeah, you know, like I don't know what else to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Shoot me a DM. You know, like this whole creative journey is a lonely one. It can be. But having that supportive system, having the right people to hold you accountable to keep doing what you love to do, makes me, you know, like it pushes me to continue and to keep going, out of love, out of kindness. And I hope to do this, you know, like I'm not here to front, I'm not here to pretend, I'm not here to, like, you know, ditch people at the end. You know, like I really want to be part of people's journeys, and I want people to be part of mine as well. So yeah, like this whole thing, like, you know, we have a short amount of time to live, and I just want to keep going and creating. And this is barely scratching the surface, and I think this is a start of something new, because I really honestly felt like even before COVID, before this pandemic, I felt like I wasn't gonna go anywhere, and that that I would kind of stop pursuing, fashion and filmmaking and stuff like that. So, I'm still here. I'm still creating, and I'm still doing this stuff, and I'm meeting the right people. I'm not trying to alienate others, but just to be surrounded with people who are just in the same journey as I am, and hopefully we all, succeed. And if you're in a journey too, know that you're not alone, even though it kind of feels lonely, that there are people out there, and you'll find your tribe that will, you'll have, and that will keep you pushing, and that will keep pushing you to do what you love. And I really hope, anyone who sees this gets inspired, and keep going, because if you love what you do, just keep doing it. If you know this is where you want to be, if you see yourself in the future, like for me, like I don't care if I turn in my late 30s or early 40s, that I finally break into what I want to do. So yeah, the journey continues, and you guys are gonna watch it, and I think I want to make more videos like this, just to self-reflect of my creative journey, and hopefully it inspires some of you guys. So yeah, again, feel free to contact me through Instagram or whatever. And all right, guys, that's pretty much it. Again, new stuff coming through via video and photos. Yeah, good stuff coming from both me and Vince, and from everyone who's been part of the project, and everyone did their thing. So new stuff from everyone. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.
What's up, fool? Dog, when you ran, I hit photo.
My first time in LA.
You okay? A minute and 20.
A minute?
Yeah, a minute and 20.
15 seconds. What record are you breaking in a minute? 15 ain't breaking no records.
Hey, there we go.